All right, folks, we are live here in the Week 16 recap of the New York Giants versus the Atlanta Falcons. Not gonna lie, usually, I mean, at this point, I said I'm not going to be betting on this team. I don't want to have them in any bets. I don't want to have them in parlays. But you know what? When push came to shove, your boy Average Bob started looking at the teasers, and when he saw the Giants plus 19, it's really hard for teams to be this bad in the NFL for a number of reasons. I think one of the first things is that teams are actively trying to win. It's really hard to lose when you're or to it's hard to win, it's hard to lose, but like usually stuff equals out throughout a season. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Today could have been a real fluke game for the Giants to actually win a game, right? They're starting against a rookie quarterback. So when I put the Giants in a teaser getting 19 points, and they scored a touchdown early on. So essentially, I'm spotted a 26-point lead on the teaser. Your boy's like, all right, nice. This is looking pretty good, even though I know my team stinks, but we're feeling pretty good. And lo and behold, what happens to the Giants from that point on? 34 unanswered points. They really don't do anything again, including 2 pick sixes. And, that really sums up this team this season with their record breaking 10th loss in their 100th season as a franchise. Not how the front office, the Maras, the Giants envisioned any of this going, but that's where we are. Um, and during the game, there was some infographics. I do want to touch on one, which is the worst outright record the Giants haven't had since 1966, which is in play for sure. Winless at home, first time since 1974. Definitely in play. The Colts looked really good today, and the Giants have them next week. And then I think the Eagles game. No, the Eagles game's away on the road because Saquon already killed the Giants at home in his return. And then winless in the division has never happened. Very strong possibility, especially as the Eagles lost an opportunity for home field advantage today against the Commanders, where they sort of blew a lead at the end. I didn't get a chance to watch the game, but it seemed like it was crazy towards the end. Everything was popping off. And then the last time the Giants held the number one pick based on record was in 1965. So I don't even think the Super Bowl was played in 1965 because the Jets won Super Bowl 3 in 1969. So 68 would be 2, 67 would be 1. So the Giants essentially have never had the number one pick in the Super Bowl era. It's kind of insane to see how this whole entire season is shook out. Um, and what else can we really say here? Drew Lock looked, wildly inconsistent at times. He's had every opportunity to kind of do his thing. I don't think he'll be back next year. I also, think hopefully he got as much money as possible because I don't think the season really would bode well for him as a backup on other teams moving forward. I mean, obviously we do see bad backups playing games as Giants fans. We saw Tim Boyle the other week. We've seen Tommy DeVito. These guys aren't NFL caliber backups. Drew looks to be next on that list as well. But it's not. I don't know if it's necessarily his fault or what. But okay. So with that, do I want to touch on anything else before we dive in? Let's share my screen here because what we do on this, I wanted to do a live stream version of this. Usually I post the video tomorrow morning, first thing or later today, that breaks down the highlights of the game and my reaction to them. But I want to do that now after this game in a live environment so I could answer anyone's questions in the chat if anyone does join and not have to really go through the whole editing process of what I normally do. Not that I have the greatest edited videos, but it does take time. And so with that, let me go ahead and share my screen, which we should be able to see here. And
here it comes. Penix. Pocket fires and finds Drake London for a first down into Giants territory.
And I said this beforehand, kind of in my preview podcast video going into this specifically was the Falcons starting Michael Penix Jr. in this one. I just might pause this for a second because I haven't really done. Let me figure out. Okay. And get my information and data all squared away here. So, not a bad game for Michael Penix Jr. to start against a lowly Giants. I think Drake London's pretty sweet. He seems good. Then, if you look at how Michael Penix Jr. finished this game in his first start, he went 18 for 27 for 202 yards, and an interception. Was not sacked in this one.
On first down,
so the Giants couldn't even get there and put pressure on a guy making his first start and making it as hard on him as possible. And like what I said too, he would, if I was game planning this for the Falcons, smart move, having a lot of either play action or just really establishing the run, which the Falcons were able to do massively in this one. 38 carries for 127 yards touchdown, primarily led by John Robinson, who had 22 for 94, 2 tutties, and Tyler Algier.
Everybody's got an opinion as to which way interest rates will go. But as CFOs of SAP, and AI can help them prepare for whatever happens next. So they can enjoy the holiday party that they paid for.
You know, they didn't have to do anything too crazy from a perspective to force Michael Penix Jr.
Here's Robinson again. Robinson is pulled down by Lorenzo Carter.
Doing a good job getting positive yards on first down, second down. Having a managing third down where you don't have to go too crazy to convert. That's what you do for a young quarterback making their first start. I just want to go back and so the Giants running screens here. The Wan'Dale Robinson special. One catch, 6 yards, do it a bunch. Wan'Dale in motion
on third and goal.
And then here you have Drew Lock making a good play. Nothing's open.
In trouble,
and then hitting Tracy, who gets lost in the back of the end zone. But I think the Giants, this is Brian Dable's offense. This is his play calls. I wonder if there's a certain
wide receiver. He does a really nice job on this. He's going across the other way. He looks back. He sees his quarterback in trouble.
I might have good plays
he comes back across the field, finds that soft spot,
red zone. Do I even
and
want
watch
to
him
use
work the back of the end zone. Nice job.
And now he just kind of wings it and does whatever he wants. I don't know. If that's something that head coach
really
consider.
Good footwork. There's one. There's the second.
By Tracy, regardless.
Buzzing excitedly about the news as to whether Penix would be the starter, and he fires a strike to Darnell Mooney in the Giants' territory.
I just don't think Drew Lock has looked all too successful.
With the blitz coming,
it's not it's not like he's not having his fair chances. He was sacked 3 times for 21 yards.
35-yard
Some of those he was getting his ass completely kicked. So it looks like a shade of last year's
pressure again. Penix on the roll, throwing on the run. Did he make the catch at the 19-yard line? No,
but when Drew Lock's throwing almost 40 passes a game, that's also not going to set yourself
snap and
up
hold, and the kick
he went 22 for 39,
this one is
10
good.
yards, 1
and
touchdown,
Patterson.
4 receptions. That one touchdown, the lone touchdown there being to Tracy, which we just watched. No one really did much the rest of the game. Jalen Hyatt, that means Jalen Hyatt.
Laura, Drew Lock is really feeling a sense of urgency.
2 targets and 9 yards.
3rd and 6.
Pretty remarkable. If we want to talk about Jalen Hyatt,
I don't see Wan'Dale Robinson. That'll be a first down.
I do not know. There's a brutal pick 6 right there. Let's see what we could do here. Okay. He's already breaking. Ball's out. Great play by 3. 3 looked a little sneaky earlier in one of these highlights. I saw him creeping around. He looked very good at what he's doing. And
so we're going to go right here. Is this man-to-man coverage, right? But look what happens when they get over here. You kick.
So they're doing a good job disguising
So they showed man at the snap. They adjust.
It's man, but a cover 3, right? Because you're getting this cornerback dropping, this cornerback's dropping, and the safety kind of he's the free safety, and he came
sit on the backside. He does
it across. This is his zone, but they disguised it, blended it well, and of course, as you can see, a little bit of pressure.
See Jesse Bates there. He jumps in for the pick 6.
He's open, throwing an
had 11 tackles last week, 3 straight games with a sack, part of that pressure surge. And the swing to Malik Neighbors with blockers on the edge. And Neighbors
has
a
lot
of
getting
first
Malik
down.
Neighbors
Stood up at
happy,
the
keeping him
41-yard
happy and
line.
involved. 14 targets, 7 receptions, 68
Giants down
yards.
3. Fake the give to Robinson. Pressure comes. Blocks in trouble, and down he goes.
One of the sacks here. We don't have to go through all of them. I'm just going to keep this playing so we can get through this. And I wonder how this is going to check out from a
fake throws, finds Mooney on the run. Darnell Mooney down to the 30-yard line.
Doing this in a live format. So if anyone does join in, let's make it conversational. Ask me any questions.
5-man pressure. Penix throws. Mooney.
Penix had some nice zip on these passes. It is kind of funny to see another lefty in a Falcons uniform just kind of slinging it and letting it rip. So that's cool. Hopefully Michael Penix is really good for this team, and we could always remember as Giants fans that his first start came at our expense and he beat the shit out of us. Bijan Robinson seems like a certified stud in this league. He's always drafted highly in fantasy.
One of the big things you hear,
and then one of the guys who always gets tons of complaints and a lot of memes around
he can go from nothing to accelerating.
Kyle Pitts, very unimpressive
really, Drake
player.
London on the outside. That's a great finish on Deontay Banks.
7 yards.
From the 41-yard line, good field position. What can the Giants do with it? Backside pressure, locks in trouble, the ball's out. Loose on the turf at the 31-yard line. Caden Ellis with the strip sack, and it's going to belong to Atlanta.
Yeah, it looks like we got 3 people in the chat. So if you join in, say what up. We'd love to hear you guys' thoughts, questions, or anything. But we're just going through the highlights here.
The sideline, he finds Mooney again.
This was just
Darnell
one where I was a little happy as the Giants got spotted at 20 points.
Some people just know they can save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check your spelling first before taking off your shirts.
Stu, Virginia.
So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Big news for Mahomes.
I'm switching to iPhone 16 Pro at T-Mobile. It's built for Apple Intelligence.
That's like peanut butter on jelly on go. Get 4 iPhone 16 Pro on us. Plus 4 lines for $25. What is this? Y'all giving it away too fast, T-Mobile. Slow down.
Stream suspended for policy violations. What happens if I